Oleksandr Usyk is now claiming that Tyson Fury is avoiding him to go and fight Anthony Joshua instead. It says here, Fury has stated that he wants to fight Usyk after this, meaning after the Anthony Joshua fight. But it appears that the Ukrainian is far from convinced and has slammed the Brit for denying fans the undisputed fight. He said, quote, "I don't have many feelings about it. I don't really care if Fury wants to fight somebody. My team is working on getting me back in the ring. And no, I'm not upset about it at all. The bigger problem is Tyson Fury not letting fans see one of the best historical bouts in boxing history. That's his fault, not mine. So I'm not upset about it at all. Tyson Fury can fight whoever he wants. From the standpoint of sportsmanship, of course, it's not correct." He goes on to say, Wilder is a dangerous fighter. He talks about Deontay Wilder possibly being his next fight. He says Wilder is a dangerous fighter, and that fight would most likely be in the United States. Then Igas Klimas, Usyk's manager, chimed in and said, quote, "Usyk is the heavyweight world champion, and look how many statements Fury has made these last few months. He's retiring, he's not retiring, he's fighting Usyk, he's not fighting Usyk, and now he's fighting Joshua. You really don't know what Fury is going to do next. If you look in his past at everything that happened, Fury always caused a problem when it came to getting an undisputed world champion. He's unpredictable. What happens when he beats Joshua? What happens next? They will do a rematch, which will push back the chance to have an undisputed world champion. I think Fury is most likely afraid of Usyk. Why does he run away from Usyk? Why? Because Fury sees danger in Usyk. You know what? We're not running after him. We have 3 belts. He has 1 belt. Who cares? It's a situation Fury created, not Usyk. Usyk would fight Tyson Fury in his backyard. Usyk would fight anyone in their backyard. Usyk would like to fight Wilder, but whoever wins that fight, as in Wilder Helenius, would be next for Usyk. Usyk is not like Fury. He's looking for the winners, not looking for the losers. Okay, very, very interesting stuff here. Now, as far as Tyson Fury avoiding the Usyk fight to go face Joshua instead, I'm not aware of Usyk's team proposing a particular month or a particular date to fight Tyson Fury. Now, I don't know what has gone on behind the scenes, but publicly, I don't recall them saying anything like that. So I don't see how they can accuse Tyson Fury of avoiding them. Furthermore, with regards to what he says about the rematch clause, like if Tyson Fury were to lose to AJ, he'd then rematch him. I'm not sure whether it's a 2-way rematch clause. I suspect, I could be wrong here, and hopefully somebody can get clarification from Eddie Hearn or Frank Warren. I suspect it's only a 1-way rematch clause because it is a voluntary defense. I know AJ's still a big name and whatnot, but this is on Tyson Fury's terms. I suspect as a voluntary defense, it's a 1-way rematch clause. So if Fury loses, he gets the option of a rematch. But if AJ loses, he doesn't get the option of a rematch. And if that's the case, then this shouldn't really hold up the undisputed fight. Again, assuming Fury wins, it shouldn't really hold things up. So again, I'm not sure where Klimas is going with that or where Usyk's going with that either. But with regards to the way Tyson Fury has conducted himself in the past, even earlier on this year, when he was offered the undisputed fight with Usyk, and he said, I want a tune-up. That is true. Tyson Fury is a very slippery character, and he isn't straightforward when it comes to making certain fights. With some fights, he's been very straightforward. But with a lot of other fights, he hasn't been straightforward, and I detailed this in a video a few weeks ago. So, and just an example, even with the second Deontay Wilder fight, Tyson Fury was supposed to, or he said he would, take an immediate rematch with Wilder, but instead, he went and fought Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin first, kind of went back on his word. And there are many, many other examples of when Fury's been kind of slippery and he hasn't been true to his word. So what Usyk said there, and again, as I already mentioned, wanting the tune-up fight rather than going straight into a Usyk fight earlier on this year, when he just fought Wilder a few months earlier, like he was match fit. Why do you need a tune-up if Oleksandr Usyk is just this middleweight? So yes, that I certainly will agree is true of Tyson Fury. So I concur with what Usyk and his manager, Igor Klimas, are saying in that regard. However, getting back to this idea that Fury swerved him right now, I wonder whether Usyk and his team are just trying to give Tyson Fury a taste of his own medicine. Because Tyson Fury is a master at manipulating public perception, getting the public to think a certain thing which might not necessarily be true. He's very, very good at doing this. He often will lie, just tell barefaced lies, but do it in such a convincing fashion that the majority of the public believe what he's saying, and they go along with the narrative that he's presenting. Well, maybe Team Usyk have said, you know what? We can give him, a taste of his own medicine. We can do some of that. So let's come out in the media and say Fury's ducking Oleksandr Usyk. Maybe they're trying to give him a taste of his own medicine. Maybe they're savvy enough to be able to play Fury at his own game. Because one thing I'll say about Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua is they weren't savvy enough to play Fury at his own game. They weren't as good at manipulating public opinion and public perception as Fury is. So maybe Fury has met his match here outside the ring with Oleksandr Usyk in terms of, playing the public and playing the media, saying things that are not necessarily true in order to get the people on your side. And look at what Usyk said there, Klimas said there with regards to the belts. He said, Usyk's got 3 belts. Fury's only got 1. So basically, Usyk is the guy that Fury needs to chase. You see the psychology they're trying there? And a lot of people are going to agree with that anyway. But you add on to that the idea of Usyk fighting Wilder. He's going to think, okay, well, I'm going to go and prove that Wilder can be beaten without him dropping Oleksandr Usyk or anything like that, putting a masterclass, embarrass Deontay Wilder, and then that will put more pressure on Fury to pursue the Usyk fight. You see, if Usyk can get the public on his side. So maybe that's the game that Team Usyk are now playing. Maybe they're being a bit clever, a bit shrewd, a bit savvy, and trying to out-Fury Tyson Fury. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because again, I just don't see how they can say that Fury is avoiding them right now. Is there something I'm missing here? I mean, you guys tell me in the comment section below, because as far as what we've seen publicly, that doesn't seem to be the case. Again, I'm not privy to all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, but publicly, it doesn't seem as though Fury has avoided him this time. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're tired of the biased narratives and mass censorship on mainstream platforms, and you want to be part of a community of critical thinkers who love free speech just as much as you do, then come and join me on Patreon and access my weekly no-holds-barred, censorship-free podcast where we lift the lid on a wide variety of controversial topics. It's not mainstream friendly, it's not politically correct, but that's the whole point. We dare to stand as a beacon of reason against an army of insanity. Just head on over to my Patreon page and select the tier called Hatman Hot Topics. You'll gain access to a minimum of 2 hours of exclusive content every single week, including podcasts, videos, interviews, live stream Q&As, as well as my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. Not to mention a vast back catalog of hundreds of hours of previous episodes. You can listen via the Patreon app with the option to download in high-quality MP3. We've also got an Element group where you can come and chat and hang out with myself and other members. Unlike Discord, it has full end-to-end encryption, is decentralized, and is 100% censorship-free. You can also send voice notes as well as much larger audio and video files than you can on Discord. So come and sign up on Patreon. There's no contract, there's no commitment, you can cancel at any time, and it's cheaper than a cup of coffee. So I'll see you over there. I'm out.